Hi, and welcome to What is Healing Highway? Simply put, it's a monthly reflection from my Faith and Good Courage project. I'm Christopher, and before we go any further, I just want to say this. I'm really glad you're here. Me, I'm a chaplain. That part is true and straightforward. But some time ago, people started calling me something else. The Route 66 chaplain. Not because I went looking for a title. It happened slowly out on the road. In conversations at diner counters, gas stations, rest stops, and in those quiet miles between towns. I was listening to stories and telling a few of my own, sitting with people who were tired, hurting, or just trying to make sense of where they've ended up. And somewhere along the way, someone said, you're kind of like the chaplain for this road. So the name stuck because, the work was already there and I already started doing it. Rest assured, I don't preach from a pulpit here. If I did, I'd be on a much bigger stage and probably selling something. I don't pretend to have all the answers. What I do have is the ability to listen, the calling to walk with people through their real moments of life, and a deep belief that healing often happens in ordinary places, especially when we slow down long enough to notice. That's what Healing Highway is all about. Let me also say this as clearly as possible. I'm not doing this for money. Admit it. If I were, I'd pick the wrong line of work. Sure, there are a few ads connected to the Faith and Good Courage website, but these are things I actually use myself and believe in and don't mind sharing. And yes, followers can buy me a cup of coffee, a slice of pie, or a gallon of gas to support the Faith and Good Courage series with Venmo. But I'm not chasing sponsors here. I'm not running crowdfunding campaigns like Patreon or GoFundMe. I'm not signing up for auto-insert ads on my podcast or even selling any advertising on my journal page. The truth is, I do this because it's my therapy. In case you haven't noticed, the world's become a little too mean, too angry, too divisive, too quick to judge, and, too fast to forget that the person in front of us might be carrying something very heavy. I can't live like that, and honestly, I won't. So once a month, on the first Sunday, I'm choosing something different. I choose to offer peace. I choose to offer kindness. And I choose to sit down with you for just a short time. Now, my story is simple. Even clergy can take a detour. You need to understand, a detour isn't a failure. It's simply a rerouting. It's the longer way that teaches you something that the shortcut never could. Now, somewhere on that detour, somewhere along Route 66, God handed me the keys again, and he said, drive, heal, and tell others what I've done for you. Admittedly, some people heal by talking, some through counseling, some turn to books, some turn to substance, some disappear for a while. Well, me, I've always healed by driving. Gas prices aside, it's still cheaper than therapy. I know what others do as well. Some along Highway 1 on the California coast, some on the back roads only they know about off the $1 Million Highway in Colorado, and for me, always been the Mother Road. Route 66 has been my quiet teacher, my traveling companion, my reset button. Now, I didn't discover Route 66 as an adult. It found me as a kid. Now, for those that don't know the story, here it is. The summer of 1969, family moving across the country from Cleveland to Los Angeles. 9 days in the back seat of a 1964 Chevy Bel Air station wagon. If you don't know the vinyl seats, they stuck to the back of your legs. The desert heat was so intense, even the wind wings, even them fully turned back, windows were down and no air conditioning. That road just kept unfolding before me. Rest stops, landmarks, tourist traps, diners with cracked booths, and waitresses who always liked to pinch my cheek and call me hon. Motels with buzzing ice machines and flickering vacancy signs. And Stuckey's. We stopped at every Stuckey's. Pecan logs, postcards, souvenirs you didn't need but always still remember. I didn't know it then, but the road was already teaching me how to sit still. How strangers could be kind for no reason at all. How journeys and the journey itself mattered just much more than just the destination. Looking back now, I don't think my connection to Route 66 is nostalgia. I think it's muscle memory. Something in me learned how to breathe out there, how to listen, how to heal by moving. That road didn't just take me west. It stayed with me. It's actually where I wrote my first novel in my head. It's where Faith and Good Courage was born. It's where Healing Highway began. I started by writing a few stories, 7 in total. They were my therapy. Moments when the road reminded me that grace still works. And that's what Healing Highway is meant to be. So once a month I'll share a story and give a little quiet reflection. Then a few practical ways to carry that story into our everyday lives. I'll share a gentle challenge for you every month, rooted in kindness. Won't take much, and honestly, it'll make your heart full. I'll invite you into the Chaplain's Corner. It's a chaplain's word for the soul, but I promise nothing preachy. And since Route 66 celebrates its centennial, I'm going to share quiet places along Route 66 worth slowing down for. Now, Healing Highway isn't a show you rush through. It's a pause, a deep breath, a way to end the weekend. And it may help you start that new week and a new month with a reminder that you don't have to have everything figured out to keep going. So, if this sounds like something you need, I'm glad you found your way here, and I hope you'll join me the first Sunday of every month for Healing Highway. Now, don't forget, if you look down from this, you'll see that you can join the YouTube channel. Well, if you do so, you'll stay up to date with the Faith and Good Courage series, Roadside Notes, and now Healing Highway. Plus, take me along on your road trips. I love a good road trip, and all 3 of these programs are available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Join me this Sunday, January 4th, for the first Healing Highway. So until we meet again, travel well, my friends. Have faith and good courage.